welcome to the second album reaction on this channel. It's his album.
Hello.
You can't see who I'm pointing to, but it's the dude. It's the man, SpiritusVulpis.
Hi.
Hi. Yep. He's right here live in the flesh, and he's gonna be singing all these songs.
There's no vocals in any of these.
Except you making whale noises.
I'm not making the whale noises live. They're already in the song. You can enjoy them as they are.
Now, I did notice something. I don't know if I'm credited on any of these songs, but I made the whole album.
You didn't make this whole album. In fact, you only helped with a single song.
Yeah, I figured not. Anyway, let's just get started with track 1. I was about to say episode 1, but Magnificence. Which this man incorrectly spelled when he made the file. And this is a direct rip-off of Water Under the Bridge? Yeah, that song. My song.
Hey, you said I could sample it.
I know. Who did it better? Let us know.
We're just not really working on anything right now. I mean, we're working on stuff, but like, after we're done with that, he is planning on taking a bit of a break. A little bit of a hiatus.
Hell yeah. I have 2 more albums planned between then and now, though, but...
Yeah, so stuff's still in the works.
Anyway, that was Magnificence as the first track.
But while I may release a single or even a small EP from here or there, time to time, I wouldn't look for it super often, because music's just like a side hobby of mine. Even between the single I released, Patata Tappin', and the music I myself worked on a long time ago, that wasn't Constellation Man, that was several years. Like what, 3?
For the
between
Shadow
Patata Tappin'
remixes?
and my remixes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like at least 3 years.
That was in 2020.
Because those were my last own original songs.
That was in 2020.
Yeah. And then Patata Tappin' released literally on the very end.
Right. Of last year, around Christmas.
Yeah, this is Glory Undefined, the second song.
Okay, the first song I'm gonna give...
Also, I will say, I didn't realize that the rest of the songs after Magnificence were all under 3 minutes.
Also, I did not hear the whale noise in that song at all.
It's very subtle. White Whale is actually, despite being called White Whale, the only song that doesn't have a whale noise. It's not that I didn't want to add it in.
I don't remember.
It's that I
don't remember what
any
any of these tracks sound like.
It's that I didn't think there was any good place to put the whale noise in White Whale. And also, I felt it would be a bit more significant if White Whale just didn't have one, and the rest did.
So, tell the story about that noise.
So basically, the album is supposed to be progressive. The songs get progressively more monotone, depressing sounding.
Right.
Less upbeat, essentially. And as the album progresses as well, the whale noises themselves that you can subtly hear get less and less subtle and more aggressive sounding. And by the time it gets to the 4th song, Tea Party of the Dead, the whale noise is so aggressively obnoxious that for what you can hear, it's pretty much ear-piercing. Not like ear rape, but it's really, really loud and does not, like, blend with the song at all, like the others did.
Okay. And they're each like a different noise you made. It's not the same one, right?
Yeah, none of them are exactly the same noise because they're all individual recordings.
Right.
One of which is an extended recording compared to the others, which are roughly the same amount of time. I believe the one I'm referring to about that is the one in the revival, which is my personal favorite.
Because it sounds... a favorite whale noise.
No, I'm not talking about the whale noise. I'm talking about the song.
Oh. I was about to say.
I like the revival compared to the other songs because it's the halfway point and it also has a different sort of sound compared to all the other songs. Like the latter half entirely has like a sort of discordant sound to it, which it's designed to, but it also just doesn't entirely feel right. Both the songs were made in a different way, and I feel like if I made them in the same sort of way as the others, it would have sounded better, the entire EP. And then the first half, while it feels better, it feels like it could have also been made better.
Right.
It also feels a bit too upbeat compared to the latter half. Like, it doesn't feel like they entirely blend. It feels like I could have been a bit better in transitioning that.
Keep in mind, this is his first solo project.
Yeah. But the Arrival, that one feels like it's a perfect, like, middle point. It feels like it was perfectly made. At least for what I was going for. It feels like it's the perfect blend of a transitional period from upbeat to monotonally shifting.
So, are there any stories behind each of the names of the
Magnificence has to do with the fact that, like, it's completely upbeat. It's like, imagine like a magnificent city. Like a glorious city, like Atlantis or something, or El Dorado, City of Gold, something like that. It has to do with like seeing something like that with your own eyes, and then like the idea of that crumbling due to something like this.
Due to this massive ass whale.
Yeah. The idea behind the name of Glory Undefined is there is a glory, magnificent glory, to the creature of an undescribable concept and height of the white whale. Because while the white whale is a name referred to as in the story of Moby Dick, at least I recall anyway it being, but I also took it from another thing, it also has its own undefining trait to it that no one can really describe. And it both brings a fear of longing fear and admiration, I guess you could say. I don't know if admiration is the right word, but I think it comes across as what I would describe as admiration, at least in the moment of right now.
Okay.
The arrival is very simplistic in its name. It's the arrival of, say, when the white whale starts its rampage, for lack of a better term, on said magnificent city. People start getting swallowed up and entire sections of it go missing. And then Tea Party of the Dead is to really get a feeling of the dread people were feeling in that moment.
Tea Party of the Dead is the song you want to play at your funeral.
I'm not sure about that, but
I think that's the song I helped the most on, actually.
yeah, probably. Well, no, you helped quite a bit on White Whale. If there was any song I should have put you as a contributor, it probably should have been White Whale.
You can keep it though. I don't care.
No, I'm just saying if I should have, I probably would have done it for White Whale and Tea Party of the Dead, but I couldn't remember how much you helped with Tea Party of the Dead.
So for that first track, I'm going to give 6.8 out of 10. It was really good.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is at the end of this, I'm going to give the best track, the worst track, and then the overall rating. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this is track 2. Glory Undefined.
Also, to answer the last thing with the naming and whatnot, it is very literal in that the white whale has sort of finished its rant. the other 3 songs, and I just had the White Whale left to do. And this guy would not get around to helping me. Or at least every time we planned to work on it, something always came up.
Just like now,
or like we always forgot.
I haven't touched anything
like
musically for months, and I haven't really touched recording videos either.
Come around to like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we finished working on it, and then I get the chance to put it up on YouTube about a week ago now, a little over a week ago now actually, and then get it up on Spotify 5 days ago, as of today, 6 days ago actually, so almost a week ago now it went up on Spotify.
So this album reaction's a little bit late.
It is a little bit late. I wanted to do this album reaction before it actually even went out on YouTube.
But we would have had to do that over Discord call? Yeah?
I could have just brought them over on my flash drive.
Oh, yeah. I think 2 of the songs are actually on my computer.
No, just White Whale.
Just White Whale?
Yeah. Maybe Tea Party of the Dead, because of all of its individual sounds I brought over, but
right.
Nothing else.
As for Glory and Define's ranking,
yeah,
I'll give it a 5.4 out of 10.
Alright.
That last part, like that last 30 seconds, was actually kind of decent. I don't remember hearing
I don't
that
think
at all.
any of the songs, especially either first or second half, are exceptional. These are definitely like mid-range songs at best.
Right.
The Rival is still like mid, a little bit higher than that maybe, but it is my favorite. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, at least. Do you think I didn't? This isn't even the best quality format I could have put on. I didn't even put them in .wav form.
Because it's too big.
No, it's just I only had them as MP3s and I didn't want to bother converting them. Mainly because I was already dealing with stuff at the time.
This track reminds me of the backing song when you first enter the Sephirite City gym in Layman Legacy.
I thought you were going to say Pokemon.
No. Well, it used to be Pokemon.
Something I do want to say is that none of these songs are something that like you would probably remember if like they appeared during your listening of like a random daily playlist. You probably wouldn't like actively hear it and be like, oh, what's this song? I want to like it or something to like remember it.
So you don't think
I don't actively think most people would go out of their way to like the song and listen to it again on Spotify unless they're an actual fan, is what I'm saying. But I do think that they're alright for what they are, and they're a good starting point.
well, that was a good ass song. I'm gonna give it 7.1 out of 10.
Alright?
Yeah.
So this is where the album takes the dive to more monotonistic.
Tea Party of the Dead.
Yeah, and where it changes its formatting.
Oh, you can't view the credits from this. I was gonna see if you credited me. I don't think you did.
No, the credits are exactly the same.
Anyway, this is Tea
Also, I
Party
don't
of
want
the
you
Dead.
exposing my name to everyone.
They can view it anyway.
I don't care.
I forgot what this sounded like too. Despite me helping with it.
Well, it has been like almost a little over half a year since we worked on it.
It was in December. Okay, now I remember this, because I remember I wanted to add vocals to this. And I recorded them, or I remember recording them, and... Ow. They're not
Yeah.
breathing. And
Yeah, if you have sensitive ears or don't necessarily like the whale noises, or at least the aggressive ones, maybe skip over this song, or don't include it in your listening.
Bro is actively
Because
telling people
they're-
not to listen.
No, just not to this one, because it does have two of the whale noises in it. In fact, I think all of the songs, aside from obviously White Whale, that have the whale noises have
Just one.
two.
Once? The first one I didn't hear it at all, actually.
All of them, aside from one song and White Whale, have two. Again, they're a bit subtle.
Yep, that song I'm gonna rank it... Forgot how much of a clusterfuck it is, kind of.
Yeah, it's a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if you rank it low. Personally, I wouldn't rank it that high either.
I'm gonna give it a 4.8 out of 10.
Alright.
Yeah. Now
That's understandable.
here we have the last track, White Whale. The title track, even.
Yes, this is indeed the title track.
And I can't remember if you left in the part where it transitions into the first track again?
I did.
Okay, so I added that to the queue, see if it'll do its thing.
Yes, at the end of the song, there is a bit where it has the exact same hi-hat sound. It's just reverse sounding. But because the hi-hat sound is repetitive, it still has the same sound and, you know. So if you're looping the album, though it will be slightly distorted sounding, White Whale will transition directly into Magnificence. And thus the cycle of quite literally the White Whale will continue.
This part of the song is actually pretty sounding. It's the sound of them rejoicing that the white whale's gone. Right?
That's how you want to take it.
That's how I'm taking it. Alright, let's see how this transitions. I've never actually heard this transition before. It was kind of just a theoretical transition. Yeah.
How was the transition?
It sounds how I thought it would sound. It sounded like it played the hi-hats in reverse, and then like it continued playing them normal. That's exactly
All right.
how I thought it would sound.
What's your rating? First of all, for the White Whale, and then for
Everything?
for what you were doing before.
Okay, White Whale, for that one part, just because of that one part, I'm gonna rank it a 6.5 out of 10.
That seems way higher than it should have been, but okay.
Which then creates the The best track being the first one, Magnificence,
Okay.
and the worst one
Wait,
being
what did you rank Magnificence?
7.8.
Oh.
Then that makes the worst track Tea Party of the Dead, which I gave a 4 point.
Honestly, that's fair. It technically was never meant to be on this EP album, whatever you want to call it, and it rightfully does not fully belong. But I still put it on here. Realistically, I probably should have made it an entirely different song to fit, but what can you do?
Nothing.
I mean, I could have just made another song and scrapped Tea Party of the Dead as a whole, or released it as a single alongside my work of White Whale.
Which overall, after doing math, makes this album completely a 6.2 out of 10.
All right. Net positive. Above average.
Above average. Yeah, that was episode 2 of album reviews.
So what was your favorite song?
Favorite song?
Like favorite to listen to?
Definitely The Arrival.
Alright.
It sounds the best, and it sounds like... sounds completely different than the other ones, which is good, and I might use that. I don't know if you put it on Snapchat or something like that, but...
No.
Did you put it on Instagram?
No, I don't think so.
Damn it. Because if you did, I was gonna like put it like as a post on my Instagram.
If I can rechange the stuff to put it on there.
You can actually add it.
Well, I didn't want to put it on Snapchat because of the fact that when you do, it says, "Are you 100% sure that it's yours?" and whatnot. And I didn't want to be. I didn't want to have the police called on me, just in case.
I don't think they would do that.
Well, I didn't want to just get a knock on my door saying FBI open up.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it.
I did.
Everyone, if you're curious about checking it out for yourself, it's on Spotify, it's on my YouTube, it's on other platforms that I don't use myself. But yeah, it's on iTunes, it's on TikTok for however long that's up.
Yeah, we'll see.
However many months it has left to. I don't know.
They have until January 14th.
Oh. So January, I guess, if
so
they don't find
you
something.
have less than 6 months TikTok.
But yeah.
That was that. Go listen to it and eat my ass.